The Mutative Sleeping Phoenix. So as we're now 23rd of November and the sun is in the 34th gate, so the most mutative version of the Sleeping Phoenix in the quarter of Mutation itself. The Sleeping Phoenix has 3 mutative gates, 3 individual, 3 empowering, and 2 out of them are self-empowering gates, where one arm links the Sleeping Phoenix into the tribe. Basically what I'm gonna describe, because I made in August last year a recording about individuality ahead, so the movement towards the individuality in 2027 Ides of February, and the movement towards the Sleeping Phoenix from the cross of planning, where there's no individuality and the energy is dominated by the tribe, the bargain, money, material, your inside or your outside, food, work. And basically here I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna see what's coming out of me, but basically it's kind of introduction perhaps, or I don't like to call it a forecast, but also an observation of another individuality ahead period, which is coming next year, November 2021. And basically through experiencing my own life and movement, where it's really the main time frame, perhaps the longest, is a day. Something starts at the day and something ends. Sunrise, sunsets. And the movement of the Sleeping Phoenix from the now to the now to the now. We're all moving in that now, but not all of us are here meant to be continuously aware of that now. And it's not something so exalted. Don't be mistaken. And not necessarily always easy. Paying attention to whatever's on your way, having no actual direction, even if it seems there is. And these 3 mutative energies, the one that's about, the dominant one is about the charismatic force to simply move and do and move and do in response to many things in the now. The ability to bring the power to work for oneself, to do something in the now, to express the now in all of its layers, and the ability to mutate through emotionality, according to the mood of the spirit. And as I mentioned, the 4th arm of the sexuality, and bringing all of that into the tribe. Also kind of gates that are bringing something into the tribe in this constellation. So I'm gonna go through the transits and give you sort of a go ahead, as we are in every November around this 20, 21, 22, 23. The experience of the busy movement towards death, mutation, something different, Yeah, where body and mind actually collapses and something degenerate in order to generate and regenerate, and the wheel keeps turning. And basically encourage the sleeping phoenixes out there, the mutative ones, and everyone to move within the now, with whatever the now brings. And it seems, since the movement is towards to be self-occupied, that you're kind of chasing your own tail. You don't have time to do actual planning. This year specifically demonstrates that. And okay, so with it's not without any further ado, all of this is the ado introduction. I'm gonna so basically going to the transits, and now we've got highly individual energy. Just Mercury just entered 43rd gate, so accept this little voice assimilating in order to structure the whole mental knowing. We've got the charismatic uh, busyness expression of the now through mainly movement, and the ability of the individual here to initiate through the moon in 25th gate. And we've got very individual transits where actually only the stage, the nodes, is upon tribe, support, selling, the 26, selling from the past to people you know, yeah. And the 45, the gatherer, so gathering charismatic energy, self-absorbed energy or self-absorbed people. And again, this is all a distraction of the transit field. Whether it's to empower, where you're here to support, and so on and so forth. So very interesting transits coming days. Now I'll move ahead through several aspects here. Yeah, also showing you kind of, sometimes I watch this and then see what kind of stories being told. And I made a recording last year in the introduction to this channel of awareness, from the head to the ajna. So new mental awareness that's been traveling with us since 14th of May. We're now 24th of November, perhaps I've said 23rd of November, 24th now. So this mental pressure to think about the now, about the unknown, and again, it doesn't have to be exalted, so such a big mystery, but anything that the now veils from you, this acoustic pressure, and it's gonna be here until actually 27th of November. It's the movement of Uranus, but there's kind of a brief movement, interact. So basically around 28th of November, 8:34 Israel time. So then, there's gonna be a time again to experience what is it without this mental pressure that we've known for 198 days, almost 200 days. So that's the individual energy that we're going to be able even to compare once it's gone from the transit field. It's almost within us, and it brought the ability to be to learn about what is it to have this constant awareness, to unveil ignorance, to remove ignorance through anxiety, the anxiety that there's no actual answer to the unknown. So trying to provide an efficient, rational answer that later on the movement from the ajna to the throat will express it as Rauru expressed it in the channel of structure. Yeah? Now, the movement continues. If we look, I go back a little bit. So, 22nd of November, yeah, at around 2020, at around 1:39 Israel time, the charisma entered the transit, and so this constant movement of the sun, where this is the time for the yeah, distraction of being busy in the now, yeah, and mainly since the sun is in the 34th gate, so it's really about the power of that, unlike when it's coming on in May in 6 months where the sun is in the 20th gate. And as I mentioned, if we look at the movement which we started with, so just now, just recently, Mercury moved to gate 43, and if I'm skipping that to really, now it's 5:56. So also this, again, constant learning and accepting this individual energy, because I don't like to say the sooner the better, because it's in its own timing like everything. But for the sake of your balance, yes, the sooner the better. You'd be able to handle the melancholic energies, the mutative one, the embracing the unknown. Because it's gonna be challenging to you if you're not. And yeah, from my experience, it is challenging even though I've surrendered to this not knowing. What do I work at? Yeah. Where do I actually live? Or who am I? On a deep level, not the one on the surface that answers, yes, my name is what? My name is what? My name is Slim Shady. My name is Yaniv Ginton and I live in this and that address. And the ability to stick with this inner truth of not knowing. So basically, because that's kind of a prediction to what's coming. Whenever you're experiencing this melancholy, creative, empowering, self-empowering energy, that's gonna be the outer layer of the global transit. Yeah. Now, I skip ahead a little bit here through the nodes that are gonna move from the tribal energy of the 4526 to the collective energy of the 35.5 of the 16 and the 9, yeah, moving through this kind of energy of the from the 23rd of April, the stage of the movement of the cross of planning. Yeah, I'll pick that phone later. So the movement that is going to reveal the stage of these skills and the focus, 23rd of April 2021 until 4th of September, and that's where I'm aiming basically. We're going to be on this stage of the self-absorbed, busy now energy. Yeah, where the now is gonna lead or reveal things towards the future, and the power from the past, yeah, is gonna be yeah, I would say also distracting us, but bringing us lessons and preparing us, since this is the last time before 2027 that these nodes are gonna be in this configuration around 2030. In 9.5 years from the time, the nodes are gonna shift. Yeah. And we're gonna move basically when it's gonna start on the 64th 63, so I'm kind of moving here through the wheel. yeah, until we're gonna reach the quarter of mutation, transformation again, where it's about exploring one's convictions. And interestingly enough, we're going to start it also in 5th of November 2021 around 1:08 p.m. Israel time on a very individual energy, yeah, for a specific time. And the quarter of mutation starts with individual energy, yeah, to bring the creative direction of the individual, yeah, and in this time preparing us to die, yeah, and catching this death in the ground that will prepare for life around May, yeah. Here is when spring's gonna come, and the movement is always around the wheel, but we'll move from the first and second gate to the 4323. So 1 week is going to be this direction of the Sphinx, the individual one, and then it's going to be the expression of the knowing, and we're going to still have the return of the awareness. So it's going to be the ability to connect on a stage that is very individual and bring potential, rational, mental, efficient knowing. Yeah, potential. Yeah, be aware of these energies. It's not as supportive as the tribe, as what we're used to. Yeah. And the movement's gonna continue because it's again in the wheel from the 43 to the 14. So even this nice energy connecting the Earth and Mercury, yeah, it's gonna be very nicely individualized, yeah, tinged with this synthesis through Jupiter and Saturn, making a nice flavor of the mutation, and that's related to the movement between the 55 and the 49, for those who know, through the codon histidine, and the impact on this bargain we have with God through the 49th gate, where it's actually changing the pressure to need something tribally, yeah, including looking for, I don't want to call it a belief, it's not from the mental aspect, it's simply from the pressure to gather together and be around the table at something that is higher than us, than the individual human being, yeah. And so the movement is gonna be on this stage of the nose, the 2034, where it's gonna be very, very busy. I am doing this now. What are you doing this for? You don't even know, and it's not supporting the tribe, the state, the family, and it's not shared with the rest of the technological world or the experiential world. Yeah, this will be the stage, as I mentioned, starting from 4th of September 2021, and the movement that's going to happen to be between the Earth and the Mercury, having this for about a day with a channel of inspiration, moving on to what I was aiming in this video, to get you prepared for 22nd of November 2021, 7:33 Israel time, which is about perhaps GMT. I don't know if back then it's GMT +3, +2. But then there's gonna be this nice interaction between the Earth and the North Node and the Sun and the South Node. So the dominant theme is gonna be again this here, but this year it's on the stage of a tribal supportive aspects of the 4526, and there it's gonna be highly connected, yeah, between moving towards the now in the future, which is kind of a paradox, and gonna be 5.5 days of dominant busy, and maybe you'll be able to interestingly compare between that energy now in this week and next week. I'm definitely watching that, as I'm watching what's gonna be in the coming 4 or 5 days with the channel of awareness moving from the transits after 200 days, especially conditioning me with an open head. So this is all a conditioning field. So for all the non-sacrals, busy, be aware what to do. It might push you to action, to be active, yeah, from 4th of September until 18th of January, yeah, and especially in this week, next week. Again, nothing to do, watch the energy, it does what it does. I got used to the mental pressure, and I will enjoy when it's gone and miss it when it's gone. Yeah, but this is gonna be a preparing stage, as I believe, for the mutation to come, due to this the timing of the preparation to the cross of movement from the cross of planning to the sleeping phoenix, and this arm of the dominant one of the channel of charisma. Yeah, a design where awareness must become deed. Yeah, where basically there are two aspects to that. One is that the awareness that comes from the spleen, that's more my interpretation. The closed field of the integration, yeah, which I have the entire one. I'll give you a look shortly. And so this splenic awareness, this intuition, has to become action in response. There's also another interpretation that in awareness must become deeds, that it's coming from the relation between channel of structuring. If I go a bit back to 11th of November until 16th of November, we're going to have these two individual energies where basically, as described, this projected energy or projectors, depending who have it in their design, the channel of structuring is able to bring efficient mental structuring that the charisma generator, manifesting generator, has to respond. Yeah, guidance that can guide this enormous energy. Where I see that daily in my life as a manifesting generator with this whole integration field, I'm waiting for this guidance. And if it's not coming, it's not coming. What to do? And when it's coming, it's simply individuals that know how to penetrate this energy of mine and be able to say, okay, can you go that way, this way? Yeah, specific guidance. And even gonna be interesting the week of the 27th of November 2021, where the cross of planning is gonna be on the stage of the part of the sleeping phoenix, yeah, for 5.5 days. And again, 18th of January, we're gonna move to still a stage of 2022. Yeah, there's some time for that. But still a very individual stage due to this. This is as always, as we move towards the end of quarter of mutation and civilization in the nodes. Yeah, so we're gonna move towards the also this period where it's gonna be individual thinking, 15th of March 2022 until 30th of July 2022. We're gonna have for about 4 months, ending this quarter of civilization, new civilization towards the future, and the creative self-expression, that's energy that's coming from the past, and then so on and so forth. But I'll finish back again with this. Yeah, be prepared for the 22nd of November 2021. These 5.5 days, especially 1 year from now, this integration energy, self-empowerment, gonna push you to do, yeah, Be aware of who you are, what's your energies, enjoy what's coming. Gonna end sometimes as I do with my own chart. Yeah, so you can have a look if it's of your interest. Also for those who want to contact this constant changing website, but you'll have a quick view of the email perhaps here. Yeah, I don't know, meditation, basically this mutative energy that comes through me. And there are emails here of Ms. I don't know and Mr. I don't know, and some other information in I don't know.eu. And yeah, the mutative sleeping phoenix. The energy simply pulsates and clicks in the beat when it does. Until then, it might appear as if nothing really happens. It only just appears to be like that. And whatever you see is whatever you see. Have a nice journey.